Good afternoon, everybody. Still recovering from being sick, but I'm doing better, it seems. I just got my shipment of Crazy Crow blades, my Dirk blades. Now, they look nicer than the museum replica ones, for sure. I mean, they definitely are wider. They actually have a sharper tip, less of a leaf shape than the other ones. I could still machine these down, and I might still make these more of a tip. Michael, stop that. Still might machine these down a little bit just to kind of give it a little bit more of a point. However, I don't know if I really necessarily need to 100%. So this is my unusual one that looks like, long balls, short shaft, basically. I'm still doing some carving on that. It's coming along nicely though. But yeah, basically, you look at it, it's like, it'll be pointy enough. My only problem I have with it, there's two problems I have with the tang. So, and I noticed this on both of these. So, the welding, where they weld that threaded rod to the actual tang, they didn't machine that down enough. I have to machine that down because I can't have it be any wider past the ricasso. It has to be the same thickness or smaller as the ricasso because of the hole that I'm going to be machining or drilling through it. And actually, now that I think about it, right about here looks a little bit on the thick side as well. Not a big deal since I'll have to machine this down just a hair. The other issue is that I kind of wish that, given that I'm actually making historical replicas, if you will, and making, or historically inspired replicas. Oh yeah, also you can see that it's a little bit bent that way. Now here's the thing, I'm going to be shaving off this much. See, because check this out. Well, first I'll try this one here. That's going to go exactly there. The on one like this, thread's going to stick out about that much because I'm going to add some brass on top of this, and then I'm going to add a nut. And then protruding from the nut for maybe a centimeter further is where the threaded tang is going to be. Now, getting to something more like, let's just say my Balak dagger, my Balak Dirk. So, this is going to go in about that much. I might actually... Michael, stop that! No more! He keeps playing with the marbles, and it's actually kind of pissing me off because it's very dangerous in a house full of tile floor that I want to move out of. Anyways, so I might machine this down like so, to make the tang actually less square, or the ricasso. It should actually be like this. That would actually take stress off the tang. And historically, that's how it was done, especially on these Balak style dirks. But if I do that, if I really were to do it like that, I'm going to be losing almost the entire threaded tang. Now, I'm going to add maybe a 14 gauge piece of brass here, but there's also going to be a nut. So, I mean, it's actually, let's see, it would be something kind of like that by the time it's done. So yeah, I might be okay actually. Then there's this guy right here, which is going to be a little more flat against that. I mean, I might machine this down a little bit and then stick this in. That one is a bit of a longer piece of wood because the haunches, as they're called, actually happen to be a bit longer on that one. I'm going to grind away some of this, or cut away rather. And what's going to happen is I'm going to add some thin brass. And I'll be adding a brass cap on it as well. So, and actually I'm probably going to be adding some brass also along there. So the cap that goes here and goes down here, that might be one piece, or those will be separate pieces that'll be covered up by the cap here, which will solder onto the flat pieces up here. So it's going to be multiple, it'll be maybe 1, 2, 3, other side 4, because they'll solder on the sides, and then 5, the piece on the top. So unless I get a piece of brass thin enough that'll actually wrap all the way around here without causing any problems, that's unlikely. So, and then have a flat piece of brass here, and then one flat piece that's going to go all the way around, and then solder. I'll probably have the solder mark somewhere on the side. I still have more carving to do on this. This will definitely look a whole lot better. When this was sanded, it was nice and freshly sanded, it looked really cool. It looked really, really, really fine. It's also going to get dyed a walnut color, but I wanted to use maple because maple is a good strong wood. So yeah, so I noticed with all the many different Dirk handles, and this isn't all of them. This is most of them, but not all of them. So, I mean, this is a piece of plum from my mom's yard. I'm actually going to recarve all this, make it deeper and nicer, but I love this piece of wood. I'm going to have to do something about making the pommel a bit bigger, though. So, I've got some oak. I've got more maple, more walnuts, different stuff here. But these blades are about 35 bucks plus shipping. I bought 2 of them. With $10 shipping, that equates to about 40 bucks a blade, which is more than I want to pay, but it's the cheapest and most valuable alternative for the price. If I get the museum replica or Atlanta cutlery ones, I have to do more machining on this, which means I have to resharpen everything, which I have to do on the 2 that I've already reworked out of the 3 that I bought, because one of them I left the way it was. The other 2 though, I want them to look more historical. But that's too much machining. It's too much work to do on, like if I were to machine these ones down, it would be a very, very small amount on each side. It'd be very, very small. It wouldn't be as hard to have to resharpen it as it will be on the other ones. So, Michael, stop. Stop for now. I don't want to hear that right this second, okay? So anyways, that's, sorry guys, I have to watch my boy. He really wants to go to the park. I'm going to take him to the park. If he's a good boy, I'll take him to the park. But he's got to be quiet and stop playing with marbles right now. Okay, buddy? All right. But anyways, yeah, this is the current progress on the Dirks. So yeah, both of these will require machining near the actual thread, and you can see that the threads have to be recut a little bit. I do have a tap and die set I can work with. The nice thing is it does say stamped India because it's made in India, but it's on the tang. It's not like, you know, right here like on some of the Atlanta cutlery ones. Now the Scottish Dirk Blades by Atlanta Cutlery do have it on the tang, but the Arkansas Toothpick has it right here on the ricasso, which is totally dumb because no one wants to see India or made in India on their Arkansas Toothpick. Nobody does. So at least these guys are more considerate, whatever workshop in India that it is doing this. So, but yeah, I've got a lot of these things. I put a lot of time during my lunch breaks into kind of carving away at these, and some of these are from before. So anyways, I'll give you guys an update later on once I actually have the, once I have these fitted to the blades. I might even go ahead and anneal with my torch this area. So here's the thing, like, because these are kind of bent. So let me kind of get back over here. You can see how it's kind of, you know, it's kind of bent down here. If it gets cut right here, it's not such a big deal. That's probably what's going to happen anyway. So I may not have to heat this up, put a nut on here, hammer it with a mallet over here, and straighten it out. I could do that, but I may not have to. I might just end up cutting this. You know, each blade will end up being recustomized to the handle. So, and the 2 that I'm probably going to do first, as much as I want to do a maple Balak dagger, I've already got the walnut one cut out, and it does look, you know, it does look pretty cool. It will be nice. So I'm going to go with that one first, just out of my own personal satisfaction. This one here, because here's the deal. So the blocks of wood that I used to carve all these, a lot of these have a narrower haunch. That's like the same width as the grip. Notice how these ones, these 3 are all wider. Well, that's because I took the block and did this. And what that did as a result was, if I cut these the same way I cut these ones, it would have been like that. Instead, I turned it on the side. It's also why you see that the grain is cut a little bit different. The grain should be like this, or like that from the front. Instead, it's kind of diagonal. So yeah, same thing on this guy right here. Let me see, it's more obvious. Yeah, it's more obvious in the pommel. So that's so I made a change to how I'm making these things, but I still want to use these up. I still want to, like, you know, I'm going to try making this look particularly nice. And if that works out good, I'll go back to these guys. I'm going to fix these, make that look nicer. Probably thin the haunches out here a little bit so I can make this a bit meatier. And then, you know, go ahead and deal with the blades as I can afford to. I do want to actually finish these guys and kind of sell them off. I do like this one a lot, but I want to make this look a little bit, you know, fancier, or at least a little more nice. Don't do that, Michael. And yeah, that's kind of the plan, at least. You know, that's the plan. So let me know what you all think. And I better get this boy to the park. He's being a good boy now for the most part. So we're going to go feed some ducks, eat some McDonald's, and have a good old time. Father and Sunday. Says mommy's working. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.